Hello, survivors, and welcome back to another episode of Will You Survive?
The podcast.
And today, we got something very, very special for you. Just kidding. We watched another movie, and we're going to talk about it. Today's movie was Bird Box. And before I get into it, I would like to introduce my two co-hosts, subordinates. We've got...
Subordinates?
I'm Alex.
I don't know if I want to be your subordinate.
Minus 2 points from subordinate number 1.
You're number 2.
I don't care about being a subordinate to...
Well, no, because he said he's Alex. You didn't introduce yourself, so you're just subordinate number 1.
You know what? Best not to get attached to a name.
Best not to get attached to a name.
We're just going to lose. People are going to forget who I am by like 3 more episodes when I've not won a single one.
I mean, like, it was just a skill issue last time that you didn't win.
I'm just going to go into the next few ones with the defeatist mentality and see if that does anything, and then maybe reevaluate afterwards.
I mean, he didn't even know the categories that were made just for him.
Just for him.
Yeah, we all know that episode was super fair.
Yeah,
It
that
was
episode.
so fair.
The two episodes ago, that episode. So it'll be 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking
The
about
one that
making
just
a
came out today.
calendar. For
It's
like,
true.
So we can plan out stuff. So like we can record like
We
a
should.
Christmas episode and release it on like, during the
week?
time.
Yeah, that would be the professional thing to do.
But
That
Yeah.
would be.
I will say the one that just went up, which is the Jeopardy, we do mention Thanksgiving. So I think that counts as a
Hey.
Thanksgiving episode, and it was released the day after.
That's a win.
A win is a
So,
win.
That's
I think
a win.
I think that's a dub.
It was actually a Black Friday episode.
It was an African American Friday episode.
That's African American.
Warning! Warning!
Warning!
That's-
Warning! I am African American.
That is by far one of my most favorite jokes ever. Is anytime someone says black anything, just going, "That's African American." That
That's
to you.
African American to you.
But yeah, we watched Bird Box. The movie that came out in 2018 that everybody was talking about.
What a phenomenon that movie was.
Oh, what? What? Machine Gun Kelly's in this shit. Okay, but
Is he really? Wait.
yeah, that's Machine Gun Kelly with the skinny Mexican chick. They left. That's Machine Gun Kelly.
That was really him.
Oh.
I'm
That
not
was,
a
like,
rap
legit
god. I'm
him?
a rap devil. Like,
Look,
that guy.
We
Okay,
don't
We're
gotta
getting
roast
off
MGK's
track.
rap career. He's already
Alex,
done that.
can you read the synopsis? Because I know you like doing that.
In the wake of an unknown global terror, a mother must find the strength to flee with her children down a treacherous river in search of safety. Due to unseen deadly forces, the perilous journey must be made blindly. Directed by Emmy winner Suzanne Bier, Bird Box is a thriller starring Academy Award winner Sandra Bullock, John Malkovich, Sarah Paulson, and Trevante Rhodes. They did not mention Machine Gun Kelly. Sorry
no,
about that.
because he sucks at.
Are we
everything
sorry?
He does. He's on the list of people I
Yo,
dislike.
okay. Except he just got Megan Fox pregnant, so.
They're both fucking weird, dude. They have like their rings, like their wedding rings. They have like spikes on them, so you can't take them off. That's mad weird. How do you wash under your ring, dog? You just let the water run under? What if it rusts?
Nah, it doesn't do that.
Rust?
I don't know. I assume he wears cheap jewelry because he looks like a cheap.
Why? What?
Okay.
Wait, we really cannot make enemies with every single celebrity
Machine
that's
Gun
ever
Kelly,
existed.
I will win in a fucking rap battle with you. You're dog water. Go back to your fucking emo pop punk shit that you're doing.
Look, I'm not gonna say that might not be true, but we shouldn't make enemies with every celebrity that comes across our lips.
Hear me out.
So anyways, I hate Sandra Bullock.
Okay, minus 3 points from Eric.
Wait a minute.
Now
That
it
is
crosses the
my
line.
fucking boo thing. I fucking love Sandra
Boo thing.
Bullock. I wish she would adopt me and have me play football.
That's a really good movie.
It's called The Blind Side.
It is called The Blind Side.
This
yeah.
is The Blind Side Part 2 because she's actually blind in this one. Anyways,
Most
what you guys
people
think
don't
of the
know.
movie?
This is actually the same cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So not Sandra Bullock, but that character. Oh boy, did I hate her.
Oh yeah.
I could not stand her. I was annoyed with her in the first 4 minutes of the movie. And
I mean,
I thought there were a few things that were just bizarre to me, but they were meant to be bizarre. So I would say that overall, I got through the movie thinking it was interesting. I thought and this might be sad, but I thought the best part of it was when that crazy guy got into the house and showed all of those drawings of what he was seeing.
that's
which was
the
pretty
only
interesting.
thing. That's the only way you see the monster in this. It's
That's
just
it.
kind of invisible every other time.
It was
Um,
very, very interesting.
But yeah, I think every fucking character was unlikable in this movie, other than the black guy. Not the fat black
Which-
guy that died in the supermarket. The other guy.
Which I kind of feel like that's pretty realistic for just apocalypse situations. I don't think people are showing their best sides.
Yeah, John
So I think
Malkovich's
it's
character, he was just cringe.
pretty. I think it's pretty. I hesitate to say realistic, but I think it's good when every character is pretty unlikable, because I think it's kind of realistic that that's the side of people that would be shown.
Yeah, I think in a scenario like that, everybody is going to be showing their worst side.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things I would say about John Malkovich's character, I have his name here. I got to remember it. But he was Douglas. What made him so annoying was the fact that, yes, he was right about a lot of shit, but he was too much of a coward to act, or too much of a drunk to take control of the situation and be a leader. He wanted to be a Monday morning quarterback. He wanted to be a side chair, or what do they call that? A armchair leader. He didn't want to actually get in there and do it. He wanted to talk about how he was right all the time afterwards. And that was annoying as
Yeah,
fuck.
I'm not doing anything to show myself as a leader, but I'm going to say that you guys are doing everything wrong and tell you that I'm always right. Like, bro, make it make sense.
You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do that. You're making a mistake. But I mean, he was right about 50% of the time. And then after the movie had gotten into it and basically all of humanity was gone at that point, then I thought that he was right, and they should have had that conversation long before. Is, look, there's nobody else out there, and the only people who are out there are nuts. So we can't be letting people in anymore. These aren't going to be just your random good neighbor coming by for help.
Yeah.
The other pregnant chick, I hated her so much. She was so annoying. Just like, ew, as a person. Just ew. Yeah, Maddie's yelling in the background.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, yeah, no, that's not my wife.
Nope. Love when my wife yells in the background. It's so nice. Hey, +2 to Alex.
How? For what? For existing?
I don't fucking know, Eric. -2 to you.
For low key pointing out that your wife was yelling.
You know, I want to lose, genuinely, I do, but it still is infuriating. Infuriating?
-2. for that.
Infuriating.
No, -1. I keep minusing 2. -1. But yeah, other pregnant chick, hated her.
This movie sucked.
I did
Hated her.
It was okay.
Sandra Bullock's character. The fact that she named the kids boy and girl is kind of wild. Not only that, but she showed like mad favoritism to like
She was such a loveless
her
person.
son. You know,
I don't think she really did, honestly. I didn't see much favoritism. She called him boy.
I mean, showed enough to the point where
She
girl
was just
knew like
Oh yeah.
she
she
hated
just
her type
finished she just finished playing God of War. You know, she was really feeling the Kratos character. That's what it was. Boy.
You're not ready. Yeah. What do you guys think of, like, how well do you think you could survive in this sort of situation?
Well, I think it's kind of hard to say because initial thoughts would be it's not that hard to just not look, to keep your eyes closed or keep something wrapped around your head. I think it's a little scary because obviously, like, I don't navigate my traditional life blind. So that would be definitely an adjustment. There's obviously a lot of natural and environmental hazards that you could run into while blind. But all in all, I don't think it would be that hard. I think the question is, how tempting are those entities, beings? I don't know what you want to call them. How tempting is it? Because like the people would keep telling him, like, no, take off your blindfold, just look at them, and some of them would try to force you to.
Yeah.
But the ones who it just seemed, the ones that it seemed like they were just kind of egging them on to do it. I don't know how tempting it was, if like the entity was putting some like force upon you where it felt like super compelling. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it definitely did when you got to the end, and it was using Tom's voice, telling her, "I need help. Just take your blindfold off, just for a minute." Just and it was like rather persuasive. I mean, it was the kids, definitely worse for the kids.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, if that shit popped out and was like, "Yo, it's me, Scarlett Johansson, butt ass naked," I would feel like I would have to look. You know,
He'd be the easiest one to
That's
get.
too tempting. Now, in the book, people were blinding themselves in order to stay away from.
So
I don't know what you mean by that, because I am a married man and I have no eyes for any other woman. So
me and my wife look at girls together. So like,
if the entity were to say it's Scarlett Johansson and I'm naked, I would say I'm married.
and then your fucking wife's voice would pop out. It's okay, look.
Like, well, in that case,
you're like, well, my wife said so I gotta do it.
And I'm sorry to say that I would wind up being like one of those crazy people. It's so beautiful.
They are crazy people. It's the mentally unwell who are able to like withstand it. It doesn't
So
just choose at random.
I have a bit of a question for you. And what do you think that threshold is? Now, I know definitely criminally insane.
Yeah.
But what level of crazy did it say, I don't know. I don't even know how it was working where it didn't have an effect on them, if you will. Because like I've got mad OCD. I don't know that would qualify in this case.
well,
but
no, because
it's
that's
some
not criminally
serious
insane.
Well, but criminally insane show a lot of obsessive compulsive.
Yeah, but they're not criminally insane because they have OCD. They happen to have OCD, but they're usually like psychopaths.
They're not going to strap you down
Well,
to
okay,
the table and fucking electrocute you for being OCD.
But there's a large number of people who are psychopaths who never commit a crime.
That's weird.
They just live amongst the population.
But
sociopaths are
but
far.
we're talking criminally insane. Like,
yeah, but they're not the only ones. I'm saying that as the example of, we knew that was the case when the guy, if what he said was true, which we have to believe he was telling the truth.
well, I guess that's
That they came and they made us look, and we, oh no, I was able to hold my eyes closed when one of my colleagues knocked him over, and I was able to run, and I just kept running until I got here. That whole scenario that he gave was pretending he didn't look, but clearly he did.
Mm-hmm.
He was now trying to fool them into believing he was not crazy. And he had said this happened at a mental institute.
Well, I would say, I guess starting at the top of the list, I'm sure schizophrenia is in that.
Has to be.
Is in that. If we go down a level, what's down a level from schizophrenia?
Well, that's the thing. There's no real defined levels.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, if we were to quantify it, maybe like multi-personality disorder.
Here's a question. Like, yeah, bipolar would probably.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know about bipolar.
Bipolar is just below schizophrenia.
Borderline personality disorder.
That's the one I'm thinking of, because bipolar could just be like manic episodes of depression or like
it's not manic episode. It's manic depressive. Their manic mania is up. they're high. They go through these episodes of they're on top of the world, and then they fucking collapse.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I don't know. That to me seems more self-destructive than destructive. But like multiple personality disorder, I could see that falling into the threshold of falling for this entity kind of thing. You know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think bipolar would be the level.
Wait.
I think that would fall underneath the level.
That's good because I think bipolar could work because in many cases it's a person's inner voice, if you will, already telling them things. That's why they go through such upper and downers. They convince themselves that the world is for them and against them, and they fly off the handle like this. Now, if that entity which kept talking to people didn't have that kind of control, the inner voice was, let me say, the inner voice was louder, right? Maybe it can't quite control that person in the same way, right? They think that this thing is beautiful. They're looking at it. So I'm thinking severe cases. We're not talking about a case like your mom. We're talking about severe cases of bipolar. Like these people are put on antipsychotics.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there's something there. They have to be. There are some levels of this where these people would be immune. I'm just curious what you think that level would be.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't think bipolar would fall on that level. I think it would fall underneath. I'm not to say that extreme cases of bipolar might be affected.
That's the problem.
But I think just like most bipolar, I don't think would fall under this category.
I agree. I think most disorders, most mental disorders would not qualify under this, but what's
that's
the threshold?
But I mean, I think the threshold is like, I think pretty much any case of multi-personality or schizophrenia is for sure going to fall into that. But that's what I'm saying. I think like severe cases of bipolar maybe, but probably not most
But I mean,
cases.
would a sociopath be safe from this? I perhaps.
That's interesting.
I think it was kind of weaponizing people, you know?
That's what I was. Yeah, like they're not really safe. They're still being used by the entity. They're still, I guess,
the
infected
can,
in a
like,
way.
Show you whatever it thinks will make you like do what it wants, which is to wipe out humanity. Which one of the theories is that it's like nature fighting back because of like pollution and shit. Because we're the issue, you know. So and like it also the guy who in the suit who eventually murked everybody in the house. When he pulled out his drawings, you could see they're all different.
Right.
So it shows up as like a bunch of different things.
I kind of thought of like not necessarily this, but I thought more along the lines of like angel demon type stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't really think natural in any way. I definitely don't think it's the earth retaliating for pollution.
I feel like it is.
So one of our subscribers, Jacob Harper, which by the way, we never mentioned this, but to subscribe to our TikTok channel only costs $2.99, and you get exclusive content from the podcast. You get chat access to us in our Discord channel, and you get the unedited podcast included in the exclusive content. But Jacob commented here, I think the entity was like the zombie from World War Z. They didn't affect them because they were broken, which I completely agree, Jacob. But my question was, how broken do you need to be in order to be quote unquote? I know what you're saying, and I agree with you, but I'm trying to make the point like they were immune to the primary weapon. Can I call it that? The primary weapon was self-deletion. And these people, it either wasn't able to control them that way or wasn't interested in controlling them that way. I don't know which it was.
I don't think it was an inability. I think it is a planned action to use these people to try and get more people. I think that's the plan. I definitely don't think it was like, these people are just too crazy. I can't control them. Because they were being controlled to some extent. They were just now being controlled to try and... Maybe, yeah. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was quite the opposite. Yeah. That the more broken they are, the easier it is to make them bend to their will. And not... Because maybe it's easier to get somebody to just involuntarily off themselves versus actually convincing them to long-term work for your goal.
Eric,
now,
that's a good point. +2 to Alex.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
I've got another one here.
I was genuinely so surprised when you're like, "That's a good point." I was like, I feel like it's gonna say -2 points here.
So I've got another good one here. This nerdy vet deserves a shout out for this. But I gotta correct you. So he's giving the answers. I'm reading the answers, Eric. You can't see them, right? You're not looking at the TikTok. I have it in front of me, so it's hilarious that nerdy vet says in all caps, yelling at you, "Stop stealing our answers, Eric!"
Yeah, I'm not even reading.
He was
them.
saying, "Oh, they were saying all of those things in the chat." It was perfect.
We're the same mind, chat. You see, TJ hates you because you see how he keeps knocking points off of me, and my answers are your answers. I'm just saying.
Just because I feel bad.
I'm just pointing it out. I think TJ's a tyrant.
I'm gonna give,
and I think TJ hates
+1
me
to him,
and the chat. I am one with the people. I am a leader of the people.
I'll give you -2. Okay, no, -1 for you, Eric.
We won't stand for this tyranny. We will rise.
We will rise
from the ashes. We will rise. You will rue the day that I become host.
I mean, whatever you say, we'll find out who wins at the end of this one.
It won't be me, but
you might
one day. One day, when you forget, I won't
yourself out, Eric.
I have done nothing but lose points. I don't think I've gained a single point this entire episode. And we're almost 30 minutes in.
I mean, I don't see a plus on your side, so that might be correct.
Yeah.
So,
the only plus
I said -2 to you before we started. Remember, like earlier when we were playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put that on. Oh, and then I said,
I hear you lost points during the live.
Yeah, during the live, I said -5. I'll put that on Alex's side.
I just want to make sure we're
it's
counting all the
anybody's
points.
game.
Yeah.
I mean, we're only 30 minutes, probably not 30 minutes, like 20 minutes in.
Sorry, what he meant to say was, it's Alex's game. He misspoke.
You know, you,
-1 in there.
You're calling yourself the resistance, right?
Yeah, I feel like at the end to be like pitiful, he's gonna be like, it's golf score.
That is -20 points to Eric for figuring out the episode. It's golf score.
Is it really?
It's golf score.
I feel like it's not. I feel like I'm being baited. I'll believe it when we stop recording and I've won.
So he hasn't told you that he started me off with a handicap.
What, -1 million?
I don't know.
So I don't know what to tell you. I just that you figured it out. That's -20 to you.
Well, then in that case, I am killing it.
You're too happy. +20. No.
+2 million.
So there was something that bothered the hell out of me that maybe they didn't mean to do it like this. I don't know, but in the scene where the guy in the suit goes crazy and he starts ripping all the papers off the windows and making everybody look and all of that stuff, and then he drops Douglas down over the railing and they collapse on the floor, then he stabs him and whatnot. Then Tom gets up, grabs the gun, and you see him wrestling for a while, right? And the thing that annoyed me the most was the gunshot sequence. Boom, boom. There was no chance for re-racking a shell in that was a pump action gun.
Bump stock. He had a switch on it.
Tell me you're from a state that doesn't allow guns.
Binary
without telling me you're from a state.
Bro, he was just double pumping. You ever heard of the double pump strat from Fortnite?
Oh, 2 shells in the chamber.
Everybody knows that when you go shooting, you shoot like you do in Fortnite.
Yeah, he had 2 shotguns. He had the first shotgun, and then he had the second shotgun, and he just shot the first one and switched out to the second one really quick.
He
rapid
had
fire.
mats too, so he was able to build.
Yeah, and he was even like he said, he was even building. His edit game is crazy.
His edit game is crazy.
On that note, guys, make sure you go check out Will You Survive Gaming, where these clowns go and do stuff like this.
We don't play Fortnite, but we do play games.
I think if people think we play Fortnite, they're not going to look at it.
No,
it would be a bad thing. Yeah.
What's the one that you guys do where you parachute in? It wasn't it's not COD. That's
was it recently that you watched this?
I've only ever seen you play it. I know people play it all the time online. I never watched theirs.
It could be Warzone, could be Apex.
It's gotta be
PUBG, could be.
What's the one where they land and then there's like gas surrounding them on all sides?
That could be literally any battle royale.
That's Warzone.
Warzone, it's gas.
So survival in Bird Box?
This explores the loss of sight, which I do like when movies explore the loss of a sense.
Which is
in
why
an
I chose
apocalypse
this,
situation.
because I was originally gonna do it after we did the Quiet Place.
Yeah, it's cool because we've seen movies now where you lose your, like, you can't talk, like A Quiet Place. We've seen ones where you lose your sense of hearing, which is like Hush, and now one where you lose your sight. And I think adding on to an already very stressful and apocalyptic situation where most of the planet is dying rather rapidly, also losing a primary sense is pretty catastrophic, and I think definitely leads to a lot more fatalities than would otherwise happen. Kind of like this movie is very similar to. Do you guys remember the movie The Happening?
Yeah,
No.
the M. Night Shyamalan movie with Marky Mark in it.
Yeah, with Mark Wahlberg.
I watched it.
Essentially,
one
like,
time.
people just start offing themselves, and everybody's like, "What the hell's happening?" And I forget what it ended up being.
I legit I watched
Like,
it once.
Yeah, for a second they were like, "It must be the plants," and they were like inspecting this one plant, and they're like, "Oh my god, at any point I might end up just offing myself," and then they're like, "Oh, it's a plastic plant." They were like inspecting this one plant, thinking like, "Oh, maybe it's the plants that are doing it," and it got like all tense, and then they're like, "Oh, it's plastic."
That's bizarre.
Well, because it was an indoor plant, and they're like, "Oh, whoops."
No, the only
They
thing
got, like,
I
all freaked out
remember
about
from that
nothing,
movie
but-
is like, I think it was
It's
like
a weird movie.
I think it was like a combine or something, or like a tractor, like
Oh,
rolling
yeah.
through a field, and then dude just lays down in front of it. That's literally all I remember from that.
It's a pretty wild
It came
movie.
out in like 2007 or something. Like
It's 2010, I think, or something like that.
No, because I was still living in that one apartment, so it was up to 2009, I think. I don't know when, but it's in that range, 2007 to 2009.
Sometime around there. It's a good movie. I like it. It's a little weird. But it kind of reminds me of Bird Box. It has a similar
Yeah.
kind of feel to it. It's the whole like you off yourself if you get infected type thing.
Hey, listeners, I don't know if you can tell, we're all tired.
A little bit. It's a little bit more of a calm episode for sure.
Yeah, it's a very common. But it was Jeopardy, and then this, like.
Mark Wahlberg and Zoe
wait.
Deschanel.
Yeah.
What did they do
Oh,
between
Zoe
that?
Deschanel. I forgot about that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
2008.
I used to love her, bro.
2008.
Yeah, see, I was in the range.
Yeah, Zoe Deschanel. Like I never recognize her without bangs.
Yeah,
She looks like an entirely different human.
That's not. Yeah, no, she needs to just stick with that.
Yeah, anytime, like in Elf, I did not know that was Zoe Deschanel for a really long time.
She looks like my wife.
A little bit, yeah. She
I've-
just
I've
like without
never
bangs,
seen-
completely different woman.
I've never seen your wife, so I wouldn't know. Go get her. No,
Go wake her up right now.
Corinne, help! What?
She, no, it was so funny that she had said, it was like 2 days later, and she was like, why were you guys screaming my name on the podcast while you were recording? I was like, what? What are you talking about? And then the episode came out, and it was at the beginning, and you were doing that.
Yeah.
We're all, Corinne, come here. She was like, why were you screaming my name? I was like, oh my God, I completely fucking forgot about it until I heard the episode.
Tune in to the Jeopardy episode from a while back. Do you think you would survive Bird Box?
I personally don't. Unless I were to, because like I don't think I could blind myself, and I don't think I would survive unless I was blind. So I don't know.
Ooh, here's a question. How blind do you have to be to not be affected?
That's true. That's a good question.
How blind? Because you can.
I
There's
think-
stages.
If you're just legally blind,
I think she had legally blind. You could still see.
'Cause she can kind of still see out of her mask just slightly.
That's what I was thinking. Is like there's still some sight through that. But what would it be? I would say she was probably blocking 90+% of her sight.
Which is basically fucking useless. I would say that they're pretty smart with like their tools and stuff, like the kind of fishing line that they go
Cable.
with, everywhere. That's pretty decent. They were smart with the car to black out the windows and use like the
Mhm.
GPS and the auto sensing stuff to get through. That's cool. Can you guys think of any other noise survival tactics?
Well, so driving in the car, blacking out all of the windows, doing all of that was pretty cool. I think point out a little bit of plot armor because clearly they got a lot of groceries into that car without looking somehow, and I don't know how that would have worked out.
Good point.
I would have just drove it into the store.
I
Drove
would
it
have just
into
drove
the
it into
store?
the store. I'm just gonna put that where I yawned, just so.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to be laughing over it, so you might want to try it again.
I mean, he could just
I
cut
would
your
have just
track.
driven it into the store. And
There
I'll
you
just
go.
put that right before I put
Yeah,
the
that'll
other
be-
one that I put. Dude, the little girl though, she said stay in the boat. She's a pretty scary lady. She was like, I will hurt you if you don't listen to me. And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna get out the boat.
Dude, you know what though? I thought the same thing. I was pissed. I'm like, this stupid little girl, right? I mean, it was a little kid. But it all made sense at the end when Boy said she's scared of you. I was like, oh my God. Like she's so scared of her that she was willing to get out of the boat to try to maybe get away. I don't know. I know she said that she was trying to help, but like she wasn't following the line that she had drawn, right? She was going off somewhere else. Now she did wrap the rope around herself, so Mallory was able to pull her back, but which, I mean, I hate to say this because we might have somebody named Mallory in our
Mallory
group,
is
but what
such
kind
a
of name is
stupid fucking
Mallory?
name. I was literally gonna say
Okay,
that.
guys.
Like, what kind of name is Mallory?
I've known him. I've only known one Mallory in my life.
Mallory.
So I'll say, I will say in this particular type of scenario, I think the best shoddy to have would be with buck rounds. Because if you don't have to aim, you could just spray and pray,
That's pretty much all you can do.
right?
True.
You just like, you just keep going.
Hey, fucking dude had like anti-stormtrooper aim. He was
He did.
hitting them shots. He was
He
like,
did.
you know what? Screw it. Took the blindfold off, went John Wick for like 5 seconds.
Oh yeah.
Still
I
got
remember
the
that.
kill after getting possessed. That was
Was it
pretty
John
clean.
Malkovich's character who was like fighting it off for a while? Am
Mm-mm.
I thinking of a different movie? Is this?
No, Tom fought it off for a while.
That's who it was.
Because he looked at the guy who was chasing Mallory and he like fought, he fired, he was down, and then he turned the gun on himself.
Yeah.
That was pretty fucking
And
cool. So that shows an interesting thing that it is like it's taking over you, and you can kind of fight it off. It makes you wonder if there's maybe some people. It makes you wonder if there's anybody who's completely immune to it, because there's the crazy people who are used by it. And then he showed some fight, not very long, seconds long, but he was able to fight it off for a little bit in order to protect them. And did he end up offing himself?
Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Real question. What do you think would happen if you showed the baby, like a baby to it, you know?
I see. I
If a
had that
baby
exact
seen it,
same
like,
thought.
What would happen?
What can they do? They can't do anything. I'll say, wait. No. Hold on.
Stop breathing.
Newborns, they could stop breathing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, I
'Cause
seen a video.
They told me that when my son was born, they said if he stops breathing, you just tap him and they'll like remember
they
it and
just
start
like
breathing
forget
again.
to breathe. I seen a video.
Yeah, they
and
do.
The kid was not just holding his breath for so long, his lips were turning purple. I'm like, breathe, little shit. God damn. That's why
No.
I like animals more than I like children.
Animals will do the same stuff. I mean, not that exact thing.
I mean,
but
like
they'll
they'll
do
eat chocolate,
equivalent.
but like,
They'll do
chocolate's
equivalent
good,
things
you
that you're
know?
like, like.
I mean,
For instance, we had a dog who ate a rice sock. You know, like a sock that you fill with rice and you heat up for
Mhm.
massaging purposes. He ate one of those, and he had to go to the ER and get his stomach cut open because that's really bad.
I seen a video of a dog just eating a regular sock, and the owner got to it in time and just pulled it out.
Yeah. We had a golden retriever at work who was out for 2 weeks because he had stomach surgery because he ate a sock and it got stuck in his intestines. Classic golden retriever.
He's just retrieving the sock, dude.
Dude,
Can't get mad.
they do that. Man, golden retrievers and socks, man. It's It's like a moth to a flame.
Yeah, it's like a moth to like chihuahuas and pads.
Shaking.
That's like a moth to a flame. Every chihuahua I've had has gone through my mother's trash and just ripped it apart all over the floor.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never had a chihuahua go
I
to
think
the
that's just
trash.
most dogs, I think, because I think that's what also happened with our wiener dog Beans. He would like, Maddie told me this. He would like eat like the bottom out of like underwear.
What a little perv.
He's a
What?
little and he had a foot fetish.
Little nasty ass.
You just rub his ears on your feet.
So my co-manager, her dog, she left her dog at the facility overnight, and when I went to go drop dogs off, I put her dog in the backyard in the back house, and I was like, oh, she'll be fine. And I went to go do something, and I came back, and the trash can was all over the place. It was on the ground. The trash bag was ripped open. She just destroyed everything. So I was like, wow, I can't believe she did that. So I picked up everything and cleaned it all. I sent a picture to her mom. And then I was like, I got you. I'm going to put the trash can in the bathroom now. I was like, yeah, try getting it now, huh? And then I get a text from a staff member a few hours later, and they're like, I don't know what the hell happened here. And they send a picture, and there's just trash all over the place, and the trash can's just sticking out of the bathroom door. The dog opened the bathroom door and pulled the trash out again, and it was basically like, yeah, dumbass, that really stopped me.
Yeah, some dogs can just open doors.
Yeah, so the second time I put the trash can in a crate, and I got the last laugh on that one.
Reminds me of Wade. His dog broke into his car, locked himself in.
Oh, yeah.
Ate up the entire car, and then he found it.
Have you ever heard that story?
No.
We're totally, like, quite literally just stealing a story from Distractable.
2.
Yeah, pretty much. So Wade tells a story where he had, I think it was a German Shepherd, he said, who got locked in his car, and it got hot. And the dog freaked out, rightfully so, and was just shredding the entire interior trying to get out. And when they finally noticed, like, where is the dog? They found it, and like he said, like the windows were all steamy, and it was bad. Like they opened the door, and the dog flew out, and thousands of dollars of damage from this dog.
They deserve it.
I mean, it was like it was not obviously not an intentional thing, and it was kind of like a weird situation of how it happened.
No, I still hate people who accidentally forget their kids in the car. Like, how do you forget?
This was a little different. It wasn't like they forgot. It was like the dog got in and locked itself in.
I think they forgot it in the front yard though.
And it took a while before they were like, wait, where's the dog?
How did it even get in?
They
left the door open?
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's get Wade
don't
on
underestimate
here
a dog. Yeah. That'd be cool.
So one of the things for this movie, this style of survival, safe to call it supernatural, right?
I would say so,
Yes.
but that's what I was gonna ask. Is it more supernatural, or is it more like, are we thinking like angel demon type stuff?
That's still supernatural.
Are we
I guess so,
thinking
yeah.
They're zombies, the possessed, the infected, if you will?
I don't know about that. I would
Are
say
they
they're
infected?
infected. I would say they're infected.
I wouldn't even say infected. If we're calling it supernatural, I'd say they're possessed.
But there can be supernatural zombies.
There can be supernatural zombies, but zombies must be deceased.
True.
Yeah, none of these people were deceased, at least that we know of.
We never saw any.
All right.
Well, we don't know that they're not, dead on the inside and just being completely possessed, but it doesn't seem like it. There's no indicator that is the case.
There would be no way there would be no way for them to be dead by the way that they were driving. Not zombies, because zombies also have no intellect or very low intellect.
Yeah, they definitely wouldn't be zombies. I don't think they're dead.
But
I think they're alive.
More
and
important
possessed.
question in this is: would you try to do what she did at the end? Would you try to establish or join a group?
Yeah,
I mean,
I think you have to.
by this point, like, it's been years, so most everybody's gone. It's not like everything's new and you're not sure like what's what. Everything's pretty much figured out by this point. Like the rules of like the land.
The
So
new world.
if like if I was in this situation, I think I might join a group because you got wild fucking psycho people ripping your eyes open, telling you to see the light. You know, you
Yeah.
can't go scavenge for supplies and like that'll you might run into those people.
I think it's like most survival situations, like especially apocalypse worlds, where you pretty much need a group. Because think about if you get sick or whatever, like we've talked about before, you need a group just for survival. Humans have always been tribe or village creatures. We've never been ones to just go off on our own. It's a very rare type of person, I think, who would like to just go live off the land in the woods by themselves. That's not a very common personality type, I would say.
But like the fact that dude was so like ready to just trust the guy on the radio, that's not because the people who are possessed by this thing can act normal.
Clearly, we saw
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we'd seen that multiple times. The freaking dude who got into the house in the suit, the guy in the water when they were floating down
Yep.
the river.
Yep.
Freaking
A trope that I've noticed is that radio kind of equals hope in a lot of these movies. Even like A Quiet Place, radios were always like or even like in Love and Monsters, radios are always like a hope that you're gonna establish communication with someone else who will be normal.
True. Yeah. Okay. So you guys see, I asked that question because one of the things we always say, I always say this on the live, we always say this in the podcast, is in a scenario of this nature, of the zombie nature, all in all, this is a disaster, a crisis, right? You bug in, right? We were talking about this on Wednesday night. You bug in and you try to hold out for as long as you can. If you could go 45 days or more, you're solid, right? Now, clearly they were beyond 45 days. Those kids were years old from newborn. So they were there for quite some time, and they were making it work as they were going around and scavenging houses and doing the damn thing. So I bring this question up because we also always say that people are the real threat in these scenarios,
Yes,
not
they are.
necessarily the entity. The entity is bad. The entity is a problem. The entity will cause your unaliving, but people are the threat.
I think there's like it's even a double threat now because there's the people who are possessed and then just the bad people.
yeah. But like I don't see how there'd be more bad people than like the possessed, because you can't really Negan your way up if you're blind, You can't.
If I may, I would say that bad and possessed are one and the same in this world.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. I hesitate to think that really anybody survives. I think obviously there would be survivors, but I think the odds that there's only bad people alive who aren't possessed would be, or like that there would be more bad than good would be kind of low chances. But the argument that I would have against that would be that I think the situation would make good people bad.
Yeah.
And that's where I think that, there's that double-edged sword now where there's the possessed bad people and just the bad people who are just out for themselves and will hurt you to get whatever they need.
Which I think that brings up a morally gray question. Are you bad if you're willing to do whatever it takes to keep your family fed?
Well,
I think
TJ?
if you're seeking out confrontation in that situation, then yes. Like, oh, I got to keep my family alive. I'm going to go next door and murder all of them in there and take their stuff. Like, that's not, you're bad
No,
in
but
that
what
situation.
what if you come upon a house where they're locked up and stockpiled and you find that they're there, you have a standoff and you're just quicker at the draw. Are you then a bad person? They all would have unalived you, but you are technically the aggressor breaking into their hideout,
I feel like
and you
this
just
could be a
happen to be
good
faster.
episode. Apocalyptic philosophy.
yeah, I mean,
You can always
I don't know.
count on me, host.
You're right. Minus 2 points.
yeah, that's a really tough like gray area because
See, because you're not going to go fight people. You're not going hunting people. You are going looking for food, and you happen to come upon people who have food. You didn't even know the people were in there until you broke in and found them there. But now there's a standoff because, of course, if we're the ones in the home and somebody's breaking in, we're going to defend ourselves or at least try, right? So, I mean, is either one of them like fully right and wrong?
No, I do think it's just it. Unfortunately, in a world like that, I think it's just survival of the fittest or the fastest, or
Yeah,
you
but
know,
like
just whoever's better.
murder is just bad. Period. You know. So
Yeah,
whoever it, it doesn't make you like a bad person necessarily, but like the act of it is like.
I think you're gonna have to grapple with it.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do to save your keep your family alive.
But
But,
is it realistic to
They
even
also have to do that.
is it realistic to even think that you could survive a situation like this without taking a life? I don't think it's very reasonable to think that you'll go through this whole situation and not have to do that. I think that's a realization you're going to have to face pretty early on.
Everybody has that in them, like unless you're a wimp like Eric. No,
Okay.
I'm joking. But like in an apocalyptic situation like this, I would do anything to protect my family. Like I'd go full Rick in that one episode where he just bites dude's neck out, like to save Carl. Yeah, like whatever I gotta do. Does
But
that
would
make
you
me a bad
call that-
person? I don't fucking
But-
care at that point. I'm there to protect my kid.
I mean, I think, good and bad is so subjective as it is. But I think especially when you add, the world ending
Mhm.
in the mix, I think that the line of good and bad gets even more blurred.
Well, so let me give you a couple of defined bullet points, okay? Traits that a psychopath would tend to have: lack of empathy, superficial charm, impulsivity and irresponsibility, a grandiose sense of self-importance, and deceitfulness. Those are just some characteristics. And there are many psychopaths who live in society who are not violent criminals, but they have all of these traits. Now, here, let me pose something to you. You come across somebody in this scenario, in a disaster, and they happen to have these traits. They happen to be a psychopath. And you force them to unalive. And now this is just me telling a spooky rendition of this movie. You cause them to unalive. You broke into their house. They're defending themselves and their family. They unalive you, and you awaken that demon inside of them. Now,
Wait,
I think,
what?
how scary would it be?
Wait, what?
What did you not get?
They unalive
Somebody's a
you?
psychopath. You're a psychopath. Okay, I'll use you as
Okay.
the example. You're the psychopath. You're just staying in your house, protecting you and your family. Somebody breaks in and wants to take your food. You unalive them, and that wakes up this.
I think
this
that's
demon
good.
inside of you. But now hold on. How much scarier would it be for your family to be watching you and see you're immune to this thing, and you're saying, look how
See,
beautiful it is.
no,
Wouldn't that be terrifying?
I don't like to use the word immune because
I don't care about the word. Don't focus on the word. Focus on you're sitting at home, you're watching this person that you've been living with. They've been just as scared of this thing as you are. They've been avoiding it. They've been blindfolding themselves. They've been doing all of the same things. And then all of the sudden, they're just like turned.
I mean, that'd be scary.
Yeah,
You're like,
that's-
I've been living with a psychopath. I mean, how else could you think of it?
Yeah, but you would have to know that
yeah, they're like, dude,
that's the case.
No, that's the
It's
thing. People
fucking
don't know that
delicious. Put
psychopaths
mayonnaise
are.
on your hot dog.
That's not what I mean. No,
you're
I mean,
missing
like,
out. And I just
you
look
would
at him
have
and I'm
to
like,
know-
"Ugh."
You would have to know that it's the mentally broken people who are affected that way.
That's my point.
Because if you don't know that, then you just think that your loved one is now
we knew
possessed. In
we
some
knew
way.
that because of the guy who broke in the suit, claiming to be just a guy from work.
Ooh.
But all of these mental institutes,
if-
all of these people in the mental hospital.
Eventually in this universe, they get to a point where they're not automatically like opening your eyes to like see the creature, they capture you and break down your like brain, you know, like just make you crazy, and then show you to the creature.
Oh my God.
And
we would
they
say
make their army stronger, and then repeat.
Potentially.
Those are, and then if you twist the story, you tell the story from their side, they're the good guys.
Yeah.
Because they're making you immune.
I kind of view this entity as incredibly intelligent. This is how I view it, that it's incredibly intelligent, and it understands that in order for it to spread, it can't unalive everybody. So that's why it had to pick some that it would just possess instead, which is why I think TJ's right that it's the weak-minded ones. It's the ones who are already tormented.
But I don't think
who
that's
are able
true.
to be possessed.
It didn't need people to spread it. It wasn't like a virus. It existed.
No, but there was people who were gonna cover their eyes. And I think the entity knew that. And so it realized, like, okay, if I'm gonna get everybody, then I'm gonna have to start using some of them to convince the others to take off their blindfolds. Because they're not doing it. They're keeping their blindfolds on.
But again, a psychopath is not a weak mind. They're usually very intelligent.
No, they're a broken mind. They're a troubled mind. However you want to word it, but the entity had to use people to get to the rest of them, and I think it understood that. So I view the entity as more of like the World War Z virus, where those zombies were just like take a bite, move on, take a bite, move on. Take a bite, move on. Take a bite, move on. They were focused on spreading, not eating. And that's what I think that this virus or that this entity was kind of doing.
It's too bad that we already brought that point up earlier in the podcast.
What?
Plus 2 points. You, Alex. Great point.
I don't know. I don't know which way is good and which way is bad. Plus and minus.
I haven't even made up my mind yet. So like, or have I? You won't know.
You just
I might have
suck.
it written at the top of this paper. Also, I wrote next episode, Win Goes to Me. I wrote that in the Jeopardy episode, and I think that counted. Like I got the win.
You see the tyrant?
Ah, that's crazy. Whatever I write in this book comes true.
Oh, did you see it?
It's not too late to join the revolution.
Did you see it?
What?
The markings?
Oh no, I'm just saying you hear he's becoming a tyrant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not too late. You could join the revolution.
Oh, I'm not worried about it. I've got the chat on my side.
Join me. It's so beautiful.
I think I'm gonna look. It sounded kind of creepy. Nice try, Diddy.
You should have threw down the no Diddy after.
The freaking monster in this movie is just Diddy.
Dude, Diddy giving everybody their memory back of what he did to them when he took them to his party.
I feel like we're devolving in this episode.
You know what? I think
hey, we're still on the movie.
I really want to know what the hell the AI is going to put for our description.
Yeah, what?
Because it does like beginning, middle, and
that's
end.
Funny.
And then it like what?
It's for sure gonna mention Diddy. Here, let's just make sure. Diddy, 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 Diddy.
Diddy.
It's gonna say. I'm gonna bet it's gonna say.
Don't say that. Bad.
I'm gonna bet it's gonna say. Did he?
You know, my boss loves to use the voice to text, and occasionally it gets something wrong, so I always have to read his messages out loud. And then I'm like, oh, no, I hear it now. I hear how it got that confused.
Josh says, the question is, did he do it?
Diddy did it.
Will you survive Diddy?
No.
Find out next episode where we have Puff Daddy Combs.
Where we interview Diddy.
From prison.
That's a lie. It's a lie.
It's over the phone from prison with an AI who is not actually him.
We're not interviewing Diddy. However, you can go check us out on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We're on YouTube. Go look up Will You Survive the Podcast. And also send us your emails. TheBoys, THEBOYS, @willyousurvivethepodcast.com. We would love to hear your recommendations, any critiques, anything you'd like to see us do or change. We'd love to hear about it. And we also have dozens of episodes for you guys to go check out at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, Amazon, anywhere you get podcasts. Go check them all out. Download them all. Help us out. Help us get out to a wider audience.
Okay.
Share them with your friends.
I have tallied up all of the points. It was a very long, hard fight for both of them. They both had a chance. Before the episode started, I decided it would be golf rules. Eric
So it
caught me
was
on
true.
that. Yeah.
So you're screwed,
so,
Alex.
Eric.
Do you know how many negative points I got? It was like 1 billion.
Hey, Eric.
I have like the U.S.'s debt, but in negative. Like, I have that. That's my points.
Eric has negative 38 points, and Alex has 1 point. The winner today is Eric!
Let's go. The losing streak is over, boys. I am going to become a tyrant. I'm going to take over the next 5 episodes.
I'm going to tell you what. Every single time, look, if the establishment is on your side, you're not the fucking resistance, dog.
The resistance got a win today. We won. We took over. And you know what? We're going to pendulum. We're going to pendulum the other way. Hard.
You know, it'd be crazy.
Hard the other way. It's going to be good.
Is that if me and Alex made a handshake deal that I would make you think that you won, and then next episode he's going to introduce...
No, the episode's over. Stay alive.
Can't do that. I'm the host. Plus 20 points to Eric.
No, it's more like you can't do that. I'm editing it.
True, I can just edit that out. That's crazy. You know what? I'm gonna edit a funny sentence here from Eric's voice.
That's so much work for you.
Eric, can you say gay real quick?
No.
Hold on.
Say it like Community.
I'll just
Gay?
hold on. I'll make it sound like Eric.
I was gonna
Hi, it's me, Eric.
I should have just said it.
I'm a supporter of P. Diddy.
Oh, damn! Canceled.
Thank you all for
Get 'em.
listening. Eric doesn't get a winner speech. He doesn't get a loser speech because I don't really care. I am the host still, so I get to choose what is what, who is who. And I will say that I would survive this because I'm the best. Eric wouldn't survive. Alex would probably survive, but I think he would go insane from the fact that he'd be trapped in the house with Eric.
Honestly, fair enough. Fair enough.
Thank you all for listening. This has been the Will You Survive podcast. My name is TJ.
I'm Eric.
And I'm Alex.
I didn't mean to sound so sad. I won. I'm supposed to be happy.
Eric won, and until next
He's not
time,
even happy about it.
I'm smiling. I'm just tired.
stay alive and look at it. It's beautiful. Just look at it. Look at it!
Take the blindfold off.